Hip hop was good, man. It's your boy Deme D on deck. Fresh from the pandemic. This shit is crazy out here, but I'm still here. We still getting it in. And I got some new guests for y'all. I got my right hand man. See, that's why he's on the right. Got my guy, the extremely powerful one, hip hop junkie, artist extraordinaire. Let the people know, man.
Joe's Expo straight out of the Bronx, man. I'm happy to be here.
And I got my guy, man. We done chopped it up on Twitter. We chopped it up a few times. The notorious Snipes DJ producer international. Let them know, my guy. Let them know where you from, man.
DJ Snipes representing London. Newly fucking
exiled.
Can I swear?
Fuck
yeah. Newly exiled to New York City. So yeah, man. Yeah, London by way of New York. I'm here.
Alright, man. Shout out my guy, man. We got international motherfucking hip hop fans on here, man. So this is a good topic here, man. My guy on Expo put me onto this. I mean, people talk about it often, but we're gonna talk about why do you feel people don't support indie acts, artists on the come up. I'm not talking about underground guys like Mac Hami and fucking the Godfather. I'm talking about guys really coming up and trying to make their way. So you know, you brought up, bro. We spoke about it. Before I give you the floor though, we're gonna talk about whether you feel it's talent, it's exposure, their grind, they're just not that good. People just haters, whatever the case may be.
I think it's a mixture of everything, you know what I'm saying?
But what makes you feel they don't get support though? Let's start with that.
My main thing why I feel like they don't get support is because it's not mainstream. And I just feel like everybody always goes with the mainstream. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if you underground and you on the come up and I hear you and I'm like, yo, this dude is fire. You never heard of him. I can present him to you and you're gonna be like, oh yeah, he's cool.
Right.
But now X and O is over here, so like, yeah, I heard of him too. Yeah, I heard of him too. Then it's just like, oh yo, he's dope. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I feel. That's just my
true
experience.
Though.
Yeah.
And you know, we've been in the trenches, so we noticed a lot of that.
It's who's telling you a lot of time. Even if you look at the underground, even like if you think about the most popular movement in the underground scene right now, it's Griselda scene. It's, you know, it's like that world. But even within the underground circles, if I try and put people onto like extended people around that, they have to wait until whoever the players are and say that that's the person to check. Like even with Benny, people weren't really checking for Benny first, and it's like I was telling people, no, Benny's the guy, and it wasn't until that became the general consensus that everyone went, oh yeah, he's dope, he's the guy, you know. So it's like
it's true. So I mean, so it goes in the sense pretty much that people just wait and see. Right, they wait and see ass types. I'm gonna wait and see if you blow. I'm gonna wait and see and everybody likes you.
Well, I got a theory, man. I feel like people enjoy talking about music and tweeting about music more than they enjoy actually listening
to it.
So I think people are more interested in telling everybody what they like and being part of the conversation to say this is what I'm into, as opposed to actually consuming the music and listening to it.
Nah, I think
I agree with that because it reflects on whether you're a real fan or not of the music. So that's a good point because it's like.
Because you making judgment without no bias, you know what I'm saying? You just like, yo, I just heard his music, it's dope. Now, I don't care like if he's big or he's not big or whatever the case may be, like what I heard was dope.
And if you're saying you're a fan, why should it be more than that? I get that you might not be able to captivate the people yet if you don't have like I guess like a following, but you should be able as a fan of music to be like,
yo, that's dope.
But I feel like also people use music to especially within hip hop, they use it as a way to put across the personality that they want to show the world. Right? So I've had conversations with people where I could show them a dope underground artist, I could show them a Sky Zoo, or you know, who can rap his ass off, right? But if that person I'm showing it to wants to put out to the world that they're like a wild street dude, that this, that, they deliberately won't consume that. Even if they're not that person.
Even if they're not that person.
Maybe if you are that person, maybe you can't relate. I'm not even single out Sky Zoo, but like,
I know what you're saying.
Maybe if you're that kind of person, you can't relate to this, but it's like, you've just decided you want to show the world that you're this person. So anything that you say that you want to consume has to fit into this.
And that's the difference.
Underground hip hop right now doesn't fit into the popular narrative of who people are trying to show the world that they are.
Yeah, but that says a lot about the fact that you don't really listen to music then.
Exactly.
You're just following trends.
But
I think that's a majority of people.
But it's like they want to sell to you like they hip hop junkie. Because I'm on Twitter all the time. That's how we met. I'm on Twitter all the time. And even before Twitter, we used to talk rap
all day.
That's what people don't understand. Like people might just think I'm some Twitter guy. We went around for years, met people from different places, different backgrounds, and you know, debate music. And it's like for the most part, they was legit. Right, when you say a lot of the people we met, I'm sure So I'm trying to figure out where's the loss in translation. Like how did I get to all these real people? Now I go online and it's like everybody
watered down, bro. Everything is watered down. Like that's what the whole topic of the conversation is. Like everybody just go with the majority now. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, oh, this is hot. I'm going rock with that. Not even making a real judgment based on their taste in music.
Do they have taste?
I don't even think they do.
That's what. Do they have a taste?
It doesn't sound like they do.
I know what I like. I know what I like, and it's not to say I don't try anything else. But I do have a style of music that I stick to. I like lyrics. I do like good songs. I like creativity. But it's not to say I can't. Gucci Mane, one of my favorite guys.
Just like I say, like as far as like Little Baby, like a lot of people like, oh no, these from South, you know, these South rap. I like what he be saying. I can actually understand what he's saying. I like his flows. And I like his melodies. You know
I gotta understand what you're saying.
I have to understand what you're saying.
I don't think anybody should be judged for what they genuinely like. If you genuinely like
it. If you genuinely
like Lil Baby, you genuinely like.
Right.
I'm
but
not
tell me why
either, but like,
tell me why you like.
That's the thing with a lot of these combos. Like, just like that's why I started this desk, because a lot of people say a lot of shit and can't back nothing up. And I don't mean aggressively. I just mean give me a fucking point of view. Maybe you could show me something I wasn't.
Do you know what I found interesting? Right. I don't know how old you guys are. I'm 4 years old, so maybe I could be a bit older.
Nah, we were the same thing.
So I don't know if you remember, right? And I know this might sound wild to American viewers thinking this guy from London, how the fuck is he even know shit?
Listen, that's where the realest motherfucking fans come from, man. Overseas, B.
If you remember like that 97 switch, right? So you're thinking about in 95, 96.
We're talking the switch to Puffy and everything.
The whole commercial.
Where everything's like kind of full.
I'm right there.
So in 95, 96, we was listening to Smith & Wesson, we were listening to Smooth the Hustler, we were listening, to all of that shit, right? And then if you think about that switch, right? You had on one side, you had the bad boy era. I love all of that shit.
No, but it was a split.
Right, it was definitely a split. Because I didn't like everything on that side, you know? And then on this side, you had a lot of the indie shit that was coming out. So you had, you know, like Natural Elements, you had all of these groups, right? And I remember, like, some of my friends that went down this route, and they were dissing this music. But I was like, you were listening to this just now, a year ago. So how do you not like this? Because it's the same. So did you even like this?
Did you?
Right.
Or were you just trending followers,
But what makes me upset that they saying they hip hop junkies or historians or aficionados? You know what I'm talking about. They got all these titles and you can't.
And it's weird because it's one of the only things where it's acceptable to say that you're a hip hop junkie or a fan, but fuck all of this shit. Fuck like no other genre. Do you think? I'm a big reggae fan, right? You think you could go on the radio in Jamaica as a new artist, right? And say, yeah, like I like popcorn, I like this, but no, fuck, dude, you
can't talk about it.
You sound crazy,
old guys. I don't give it like.
You sound crazy.
You sound crazy.
You're done. You can't do that.
Yeah, I think hip hop is the only genre that does that, bro.
Yeah.
And it totally discredits everything before them.
And the legends, like, why you going with the? Like, I'll give some leeway, right? Before we close it out, because we gonna extend this to the next part too. I'll give some leeway, right? An artist that I fuck with heavy put out a post and they was like, yo, y'all talk about mumble rap, but y'all give Das Effects all these props. Now, listen,
yo, that's
I give him leeway because in the end, I didn't fuck with Das Effects like that. They was cool, but that shit wasn't cutting it.
But they were rapping.
So Jay-Z was doing that too.
But you heard what Jay, you
did, but
tell me the rap
listening to Twister.
When they went, but Twister's saying shit.
But not everybody's gonna understand.
They changing words. They changing where they didn't skip Bobby
and not saying anything.
But there was
at least they were saying.
They were saying, but he was just talking about the level of talent. So at the same time, some of us gotta fall back with the nostalgia. I will say though, Das Effects' third album, Hold It Down, incredible rap. To me, it was way better than the other two. But so we gotta stop with a lot of nostalgia too. A lot of them gotta catch up.
There's a lot of whack shit in the 90s, man.
And we never acted like, I don't know when did this, we act like everything was hot shit. We didn't act like everything. Well, I guess some of us do. But we're gonna tap it out there. I know we got a little off, but we're gonna bring it back and we're gonna start digging into why these artists don't don't get support from the people who claim they love rap, man. Deme D, got my guy Expo Snips. Thank y'all for tuning in.
Peace.
Bam.
Sweet.
Cut it.
Alright, so
do that.
yeah.